Look, if you can get this right, safely designing and installing a solar power system, you're not just learning a new skill. We're talking about stepping into one of the fastest growing energy markets on the planet. But, and this is a big but, there's a crucial secret that most people totally miss, and getting it wrong, well, it can be absolutely disastrous.
And that right there, that's the heart of everything we're going to talk about today. The line between a successful, safe business and, a total catastrophic failure, it all comes down to a fundamental shift in how you think. This isn't about just plugging wires together. It's about really understanding the massive forces you're dealing with.
Okay, so take a look at this. On one side, you've got the kind of advice you see all over the internet, right? Just make it look pretty, just start small. But on the other side, that's the engineering logic. That's the professional approach. Every single decision is backed by math. Every single step is about preventing a real-world disaster. We're talking fires, system meltdowns, the whole 9 yards. And that's exactly where we're headed.
All right, let's get into it. What exactly are these dangerous gaps that all that generic surface-level advice leaves behind? And trust me, it's way more serious than you probably think.
Now check this out. Every single point you see here, that's a potential fire. That's a life-threatening shock waiting to happen. For example, a lot of people don't realize that solar panel voltage actually spikes in cold weather. If you don't account for that, poof, you've just fried your expensive charge controller. Or how about using wires that are just a little too thin? They can literally melt inside a wall and start a fire. This right here is what separates the amateurs from the pros.
So the big question is, how do we dodge these bullets? Well, it all starts by completely rethinking what this business actually is. You're not just an installer, no way. You are providing a professional engineering service. See, your real job title is systems integrator. You're the one taking these 4 completely different, powerful technologies, the panels for generation, the batteries for storage, the inverters for conversion, and all the safety gear for protection, and you're the one who has to expertly weave them together into one single, cohesive, and most importantly, safe system. And these 3 words, safe, efficient, scalable. This is your new mantra. I'm serious. Every single choice you make, I don't care if it's the thickness of a wire or the brand of inverter, it has to serve these 3 goals. You have to ask, is it safe? Is it efficient? And can the client expand it later on? If the answer to any of those is no, you stop. You go right back to the drawing board. Okay, so if you're going to build systems like that, you have to speak the language of power. And yeah, that means we've got to embrace a little bit of math. But don't sweat it. These are the absolute foundational rules that govern, well, everything we're about to do.
First up, the classic, Ohm's law. This simple little formula is the bedrock of pretty much all electrical circuits. It defines that core relationship between voltage, current, and resistance. It's not a suggestion, it's the law, it's non-negotiable.
Next, we've got the power equation. This is what tells you how much work your system can actually do at any given moment. Power, measured in watts. This is what dictates whether you can fire up a microwave or just power a tiny light bulb. It determines the size of your inverter, your wires, your fuses, pretty much everything. And if you get this wrong, your client system is just going to constantly trip breakers or flat out fail. And when it comes to storage, we're talking watt hours. This is the magic number that tells you the total amount of energy your battery bank can actually hold. This is the key. It's how you design a system that truly meets your client's needs and doesn't, leave them in the dark when they need power most. And finally, let's talk connections. How you actually wire up your panels or your batteries completely changes the game. If you wire them in series, the voltage goes up, which is great for long cable runs. But if you wire them in parallel, the current goes up, which gives you more power delivery. Choosing which way to go is an absolutely critical design decision. Okay, so now that we've got that core math in our back pocket, we can move on to the most crucial phase of all, the design. Think of this as the engineering blueprint, and it has to be 100% complete before you even think about picking up a single tool. And listen, to do this job right, you absolutely need the right tools. But take a close look at this list. These aren't just for putting stuff together. I'm talking a multimeter, a clamp meter, an insulation tester. These are your diagnostic and safety instruments. They're what let you verify your work and prove the system is safe before you ever flip that switch. The design process itself is just pure logic. It's a sequence. First, you figure out what the client actually needs to power. That's their load. Step 2, you determine how much energy they use in a typical day. From there, you can size the battery bank to store that energy. And then finally, you size the solar array to actually produce it. See? It's like a waterfall. Each step just flows right into the next. And this right here perfectly shows you why following that process is so vital.
Because if you skip a step, you're not just making a little mistake. You are actively, intentionally creating these hazards. We're talking undersized cables that can cause fires, missing fuses that lead to total system meltdowns, fried equipment. I mean, the list just goes on and on. This is what the engineering approach prevents.
All right, let's switch gears a bit and talk about the money. Let's see how this professional, engineering-first approach actually builds a sustainable, profitable business. Because when you operate like an engineer, your value and your potential income streams, they just explode.
See, the money isn't just in the installation labor. That's just one piece of the pie. Look at this breakdown. It comes from doing a paid design consultation up front. It comes from the markup on the high-quality equipment you source. It comes from offering ongoing maintenance contracts. And of course, from future upgrades and expansion. You're not just a one-and-done laborer, you become their long-term energy consultant.
And that brings us to maybe the most important business mindset shift of all. You're not just charging for your time and the cost of the parts. No, you have to price your services for the immense risk and the engineering responsibility you are taking on. You are personally guaranteeing the safety and the performance of a very powerful electrical system for years. That expertise, that has real, tangible value, and you need to charge for it.
Okay, we've arrived at what might be the single most critical section of this entire explainer. We have to talk about the unique and totally unforgiving dangers of the high current DC power that's at the heart of every single solar system.
I really want you to let that statement sink in for a second. DC electricity does not forgive. This isn't like the AC power in your house walls. High-powered DC is a completely different animal. And when things go wrong with it, they go wrong fast.
So here's the science behind that. The AC power in your home, it alternates back and forth, right? It actually crosses 0 volts 60 times a second. That little gap helps put out an electrical fire, or an arc. But a DC arc? It doesn't do that. It doesn't stop. Once it starts, it's just a continuous, super hot plasma flamethrower that is incredibly hard to stop, and it's a massive, massive fire risk.
And that is exactly why these rules are absolute. They're not guidelines. You always put a fuse as close to the source of the power, the battery, as you possibly can. You always, without fail, disconnect the batteries before you touch a single wire. You double, you triple check your polarity before making a connection. And you never, ever bypass a safety device like a fuse or a breaker. Think of these as the 10 commandments of DC safety.
So, let's just bring this all home. Starting a solar business, it's not guesswork. It's not trial and error. It is the practice of controlled electrical design. And that design is built on a foundation of math, a repeatable process, and an absolutely unwavering commitment to safety.
You see, when you do it this way, when you do it correctly, this becomes a powerful, respectable, and scalable technical business. So the real question now is, what part of this engineering blueprint do you want to dive into next? A pricing breakdown? Maybe some design templates? Or walking through some real-world client installations? You tell me.